ganda naman.
Uy, tingnan mo to. Bagay to sa'yo.
Patingin ako magkano. 699. Mahal.
Talaga ako inaya dito. Kasi lately, napapansin ko, sobrang stress na ako sa schoolworks. Parang napapabayaan ko na yung sarili ko. Hindi ko na naayos. Kaya niyaya kita dito para sana bumili ng makeup. Which is foundation. Gusto ko yung foundation na gusto ko. Pagpunta natin sa store kanina, wala. So, iniisip ko, kailangan ko po bang pumunta ng iba ko para mahanap yung foundation na gusto ko.
Ayun, init, no? Nagpapawisan na ako. Basang-basa na yung ano ko. Balik ko. Init sa palengke.
Yun talaga. Wala yung magagawa dyan. Hindi ako bibili.
Hindi, sabi na init. Gusto ko nang umuwi. Init talaga, te. Ang init. Ang init.
The COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the growth of e-commerce platforms like Shopee and Lazada due to lockdowns and social distancing measures. E-commerce involves buying and selling goods and services over the internet, encompassing various transactions such as retail purchases, online banking, and stock trading. The fundamental principles of trade remain the same. Money or data is exchanged for goods and services in digital format. Success in e-commerce depends on adopting emerging technologies such as AI-powered chatbots and blockchain to stay competitive and meet evolving consumer demands. Sustainability is also a pressing concern with consumers becoming more environmentally conscious. Lastly, delivering a seamless and personalized customer experience is crucial, with user-centric design, efficient logistics, and personalized recommendation to foster customer loyalty. The future of e-commerce lies in leveraging emerging technologies, embracing sustainability, and prioritizing customer experience.
What is e-commerce? Imagine you're in a huge online mall where you can buy anything you want without leaving the house. That's e-commerce. But instead of going to a physical store, you just use your phone or computer, pick what you want, pay it online, and then gets delivered right to your door. It's very convenient and lets you shop anytime. So, here are the 6 types of e-commerce. First is the B2B or the business-to-business e-commerce. This is like a marketplace where businesses buy and sell products or services to other businesses instead of individual consumers. It's all about companies doing business with each other online. For example, you have a company that makes computer parts. You need raw materials like chips and circuits to build your products. Instead of physically going to different suppliers, you can use B2B e-commerce platform to find suppliers, compare prices, and place orders online. Second is the B2C or the business-to-consumer e-commerce. These are businesses that sell directly to consumers online, offering a wide range of products and services conveniently. Its benefits include convenience, wider selection, competitive pricing, personalization, global accessibility, streamlined transactions, and enhanced customer service. Third is the C2C or the consumer-to-consumer e-commerce. These are individuals that sell to other individuals online, like digital yard sales or auction sites. It's like a digital marketplace where people can buy and sell items with each other. Fourth is the C2B or the consumer-to-businesses e-commerce. Consumers offer products or services to businesses like freelance providing graphic design services on platforms like Upwork. Businesses looking for a graphic design work visit these platforms to find freelancers who can meet their needs. They browse through your portfolio, read your reviews, and decide to hire you for their project. Lastly is the G2B or the government-to-business e-commerce, which involves transactions where government entities provide goods or services to businesses. In this model, government agencies offer products or services that businesses need to operate or comply with the regulations. For example, a government agency might offer permits, license, or regulatory compliance services to businesses. This could include applying for a construction permit or obtaining license to operate in a regulated industry.
Next, we're gonna talk about fulfillment methods in e-commerces. First one is self-fulfillment. Self-fulfillment refers to a fulfillment method in which the online retailer manages storage, packaging, ordering, and shipping that takes place in its own facility. It follows an in-house procedure where the business has direct control over the entire fulfillment process. Self-fulfillment in e-commerce can be found in various forms, depending on individual values, goals, and aspirations. It often involves a combination of personal growth, entrepreneurship, creativity, and making a positive impact on others. The next one is third-party logistics. It refers to outsourcing logistics and supply chain management functions to specialized companies. These companies handle aspects of the logistics process such as warehousing, order fulfillment, shipping, and sometimes even customer service on behalf of e-commerce businesses. The next one is marketplace fulfillment. Marketplace fulfillment in e-commerce refers to a model where an online marketplace such as Amazon, eBay, or Alibaba handles the logistics and fulfillment process on behalf of third-party sellers. In this model, the marketplace acts as an intermediary between the sellers and the customers, providing storage, packaging, shipping, and sometimes even customer service support. The next one is dropshipping. Dropshipping is a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the product it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product using the dropshipping model, it purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. As a result, the seller doesn't have to handle the product directly or hold any inventory. Next is in-store fulfillment. In-store fulfillment is an omni-channel fulfillment strategy that implements an offline store of the retailer to fulfill a customer order. The stores are implemented in primary locations, which enables consumers to be closer to the physical store, making the shipping cost effective. Next one is BOPIS. BOPIS stands for Buy Online, Pick Up in Store. It's a fulfillment method in e-commerce where customers have the option to purchase items online and then pick them up at the physical store location rather than having them shipped to their home. BOPIS has become increasingly popular among retailers as it offers several benefits for both customers and businesses. Next, we're going to talk about is the development of e-commerce. Modifications in consumer behavior, technological breakthroughs, and market factors have pushed the development of e-commerce. E-commerce continues to evolve rapidly, driven by technological advancements, changing consumer behaviors and market trends. These developments are shaping the future of e-commerce, offering new opportunities for business to innovate, engage with customers, and drive growth in an increasingly digital world. We're going to talk about the issue of e-commerce. E-commerce faces a diverse array of challenges in today's digital landscape, ranging from cybersecurity threats and logistical complexities to regulatory compliance and fierce competition. Addressing these challenges requires a multi-phase multifaceted approach that encompasses technological innovation, strategic partnerships, and a relentless focus on customer satisfaction. By overcoming these obstacles, e-commerce businesses can unlock new opportunities for growth and success in the dynamic world of online commerce.
Balitang ina nyo rin.
Napakainit ng panahon ngayon, no? Kaya maganda talaga ang online app shopping, online billings, pati na rin ang online booking. Lalo't sobrang init ng panahon ngayon.
Oo nga, Mare. Alam ba ng mga kabalitang ina natin na ang online shopping, online billings, and booking ay isang method ng e-commerce? Kung umorder sa mga nasabing apps, masasabi kong ina ka. Kabalitang ina, dahil isa kang e-commerce enjoyer.
Alam niyo na mga kabalitang ina kung ganon.
Pautangin niyo kami mga kabalitang ina, pang Shopee lang po.
Ngunit, ina ko Mitch, alam mo ba na may bad side din ang paggamit ng e-commerce? Kahit sabihin natin na mas mapapadali nito ang pagbili natin,
Bakit naman kaina ko?
dahil kahit na mas madali ang access natin sa pagbili, ang mga personal information natin ay pwedeng makuha para maging dahilan ng pagka-scam. May part din na hindi tayo sure kung buo ba ang dadating sa atin na parcel.
Oo nga no, kaya dapat bago tayo mag-checkout, tignan muna natin ang mga reviews para maiwasan ang mga defect products and bad review. Kaya mga kabalitang ina, bago kayo mag-order, i-check nyo muna kung maganda ba ang reviews ng mga bibilhin natin.
Mas mapapalugo din ng mga seller ang kanilang business online kung pakikinggan nila ang suggestion ng ibang mga consumers. Mas madali din nilang itong mapapalago dahil iba na ang technology natin ngayon. One feedback and malalaman na nila ang problema.
Tama ka dyan, kaina. Kaya sa mga ka-e-commerce enjoyer namin dyan, tandaan niyong mabuti ang mga dapat gawin.
Mga kainan nyo, ina ko, ina nating lahat. Enjoy shopping!